Welcome to Northern Transportables. Locally established, owned and operated, we are the Northern Territory's award-winning transportable building manufacturer. A registered building contractor at the forefront of the Territory's transportable manufacturing industry, we design and manufacture transportable buildings for both sales and hire. From single modules to complete mining camps, our professional team will work with you to develop a building solution that meets your needs, ensuring you get the right transportable the first time. Through our head office, fabrication and manufacturing facility base at East Arm, and our hire asset and RAF sales site offices at Pinelands, we service a wide range of industries within the residential, government, commercial, mining, civil, oil, gas, and energy sectors. Our vision is to mould a company that is continually recognised for its contribution to achieving and setting best standards in construction and business as we develop now and into the future. We will be the premier company in the provision of modular building solutions across Northern Australia. We will achieve this due to the knowledge and capabilities of our diversely experienced and motivated people. Our mission is to provide premier modular building solutions that are well engineered and innovative, using the specialist skills and diversified experience of our people, and delivers a high level of commitment to all our key stakeholders. Northern Transportables remains a leader in the modular building industry due to the commitment to our core values of safety, dependability, collaboration, respect, integrity, responsibility, and inspiration. At Northern Transportables, we set and uphold high standards in our work and our people. The rules and guidelines contained in the Code of Conduct are the boundaries within which every employee must operate every day. All employees at every level of the company must use their own good judgment in applying these rules and guidelines. A copy of our Code of Conduct has been provided to you in your induction pack and is available on our website at northerntransportables.com. At Northern Transportables, nothing is more important than the safety and health of the people who work with us. We believe in the 6 safety principles that will help us achieve an injury-free and healthy workplace, and help us to improve productivity and performance. Through the adoption of these principles by our leaders, managers, supervisors, and employees, Northern Transportables demonstrates its commitment to achieving these goals. Meaningful and effective communication and consultation is a two-way process and an important part of making sure we all have a safe and healthy workplace. We endeavour to ensure the timely communication, consultation, and resolution of health and safety issues as they arise. We also rely on you to actively participate in toolbox meetings, site safety walks, safety surveys, risk assessments, and other formal consultation processes so that your views can be taken into account. Safety is everyone's responsibility, and everyone in the workplace has a duty of care. We all have a role to play ensuring the safety of ourselves, our workmates, and our workplace. Workplace accidents and injuries can be avoided if appropriate care is taken by workers and employers. Workers must follow workplace policies and procedures and comply and cooperate with any reasonable instruction given by your supervisor or management. If you are unclear about anything relating to safety, contact the QHSE manager or your supervisor. For more information, check out the following websites. Northern Transportables is committed to providing a safe, healthy and secure environment for all our employees and for those affected by our operations and activities. We recognise the abuse or misuse of alcohol, drugs and other substances can have serious adverse effects on the health and safety of employees, and as such, we have adopted a zero-tolerance approach to drugs and alcohol. The drug and alcohol policy applies to all persons working on and visiting any of our work sites, regardless of the location. We recognise the risk associated with the use of mobile phones in the workplace and the impact inappropriate use has on work quality and productivity. Reasonable use of mobile phones is permitted in the workplace, including where use required as part of your role, on allocated breaks, in emergencies, and in safe areas such as the lunchroom or site offices. Mobile phones are not to be used at any time while operating mobile equipment. Personal protective equipment, PPE, is any clothing or equipment used by a person to minimise risk to their health and safety. The minimum PPE requirements on Northern Transportable sites are high visibility clothing and steel-capped safety boots. Additional PPE must be worn for specific tasks, as signposted, and where identified during a risk assessment. It includes equipment such as goggles and safety glasses, earplugs and earmuffs, respirators, safety harnesses, gloves, safety boots, hard hats, and sunscreen. Safety signs inform and warn you of hazards and risks in the workplace, tell you what to do in an emergency situation, and show you how to protect yourself and work safely. Good housekeeping promotes safety. A clean work area is a safe work area. Everyone is responsible to keep work areas clean and tidy. Clean as you go to minimize hazards. Clear away loose debris, sharp objects, offcuts, and dust. Clean up grease, oils, and slip hazards straight away. Do not leave tools where they can fall and injure others. Return equipment and chemicals to storage when not in use. Keep work areas and access ways clear. Store or stack materials neatly and safely. Use agreed laydown areas only, and ensure rubbish bins are emptied daily. In the event of an emergency, the air horn will sound in repeated groups of 3. When you hear the air horn or you are informed of an emergency, you must follow the instructions of a warden in the event of an evacuation. Leave all personal belongings and head straight for the muster area. In the event of any emergency requiring police, fire, or ambulance, the following actions should be taken. Raise the alarm, for example, shout "fire, fire, fire." Alert others in the immediate area. Contact the emergency response team. Contact emergency services by dialing 000 or 112 from your mobile. Leave the area immediately via the nearest exit. Emergency exits are located in the following areas. Ground floor exit is at the front door adjacent to reception and will lead you directly to the car park at the front of the building. First floor exits are located 2 sets of rear stairs that lead directly out of the building or into the production shed and via the stairs that lead to the front door adjacent to reception. Northern Transportables has comprehensive fire protection systems in place. Do not attempt to fight a fire unless you have been trained. Never put yourself in danger to fight a fire. First aid aims to assist in the initial treatment of illness or injury to reduce the severity of illness or injury until qualified medical assistance arrives or is sought. First aid kits are located in the following areas: both kitchens of the administration office, production shed meals area, welding workshop office, the mechanical workshop office, and all company vehicles. Now that you are aware of all the general safety principles at Northern Transportables, let's talk about areas of hazard identification, high-risk work, and risk management. General construction induction training is mandatory for all construction workers under Northern Territory Work Health and Safety legislation, and all workers must have their white card available for inspection at all times. A high-risk work licence is required if you are undertaking any of the following high-risk construction activities: scaffolding, dogging and rigging work, crane and hoist operation, forklift operation, elevated work platform. Copies of the licenses must be provided before undertaking any high-risk construction work. Hot work activities include grinding, welding, brazing, soldering, and thermal or oxygen cutting or heating. Working at heights is a major part of our manufacturing process, and you must ensure at all times that you wear the correct PPE, including a safety harness. Static lines must be fitted when working on top of buildings, and all personnel working at heights must wear, connect, and remain connected to a fall prevention device. To assist in preventing damage and disruption to infrastructure networks which provide essential services we use every day, contact Dial Before You Dig prior to commencing any excavation works on all external work sites. Northern Transportables employees are not to remove, transport, or dispose of asbestos. These activities must only be undertaken by competent and suitably licensed contractors. If you believe asbestos is present in your work area, you must stop work immediately and contact your supervisor. A hazardous manual task is any activity that involves the use of force for lifting, lowering, pushing, pulling, carrying, moving, holding, or restraining anything, and involves one or more of the following: repetitive or sustained force, high or sudden force, repetitive movement, sustained or awkward posture, or exposure to vibration. Manual tasks can lead to injury through the development of musculoskeletal disorders, MSD. Examples include sprains and strains of muscles, ligaments and tendons, back injuries, injuries to the joints, bones or nerves, abdominal hernias, chronic pain. Back injuries can be prevented by using common sense and following good lifting techniques. Before undertaking any manual lifting, you must first size up the load. If the load is too heavy, split the load. Smaller loads cause less strain on the back. Slide rather than lift. Use manual handling equipment such as trolleys, forklifts, hoists, or dollies. Share the load. Ask a fellow worker for help. To prevent injuries, correct manual handling techniques should be performed. This includes: know your path. Make sure it is clear of all obstacles. Squat down bending at the knees, not your waist. Keep your back straight, let your legs do the lifting. Get a firm hold of the object and bring it close to your body. Lift straight up in a slow, even motion. Don't twist your body. If you need to turn, use your feet. Lower your load by slowly bending your knees. Keep your back straight when putting down the load. When working at your desk, employ these workstation ergonomic tips to avoid possible strains and injuries. Make sure your head is up, shoulders relaxed and back erect and supported. Monitor at eye height and arm's length away, elbows close by your side and wrists comfortably straight. Avoid reaching out for the mouse or keyboard. Reference material is easy to look at and feet are firmly on the footrest. Exposure to excessive noise levels at work can result in temporary or permanent hearing loss. Hearing protection is a critical part of your PPE kit. You must always wear hearing protection when indicated in the SWMS, when directed by your supervisor, or if you must raise your voice to be heard. Mobile equipment on site includes prime movers, forklifts, EWPs, and light vehicles. Reversing, loading, unloading, and pedestrian movement are the activities most frequently linked with workplace and vehicle accidents. Remember, mobile plant often have blind spots where operators may not see people or other operators nearby. Always watch out for others. Just because you see them doesn't mean they see you. To avoid electrical injuries such as electric shock, electrical burns, and electrocution, Northern Transportables has safety procedures in place designed to ensure all electrical equipment on site is properly, regularly inspected and tested. If your equipment is not tagged or the tag is out of date, you must stop using the equipment. You must not use any plant, equipment, or machinery that has been tagged out. You must not remove an out-of-service tag if you are not authorized to do so. Moving machine parts can nip, cut, crush, dismember, snag, and entrap, with the potential to cause an injury, including serious injury to an employee. Rotating machinery found on-site includes equipment such as the drop saw, bench drill, grinders, and roll former. Before using rotating machinery, you must ensure all shields or guards are in place. Keep hands and body clear while operating. Remove jewelry and restrain loose-fitting clothing, long hair, and beards. Hazardous chemicals are substances that can harm people, property, and the environment. Hazardous chemicals found on site include diesel fuels, petrol, oils, degreasers, welding fumes, detergents, and cleaning chemicals. A hazardous substances register is maintained on site and should be referred to whenever you use a hazardous substance. Slips, trips, and falls can result in injuries as well as cuts, bruises, fractures, and dislocations. Slips, trips, and falls can be prevented by wearing correct PPE, staying alert, always use 3 points of contact, following safe systems of work, and maintaining high standards of housekeeping. Risk management is the process of reducing or managing a risk when working with a hazard or in a hazardous situation. A hazard is a thing or situation that can cause injury, illness, or damage. A risk is the chance, high or low, that any hazard will actually cause somebody harm. If the hazard can be controlled, the risk can be reduced. Risk management includes hazard identification, assessment, and control. Our workforce is on the ground and plays an important role in managing risk. Where it is not possible to eliminate the risk entirely, we look at ways to minimize the risk through substitution, engineering, isolate people from the hazard, administrative, change the way people work, protect the worker with PPE. A Safe Work Method Statement, SWMS, is a legally mandated risk assessment tool used when undertaking high-risk construction work. All work must be completed in accordance with the SWMS. A Job Safety Analysis, JSA, is a risk assessment tool which details step-by-step how a job can be completed in the safest way possible. A JSA should also be completed when something significant has changed in a task or activity. Despite all of the safety information that you have been provided with in this video, incidents and accidents can still occur. Employees are required to report all accidents or incidents, no matter how serious, to their supervisor or the safety manager as soon as possible. This will ensure that treatment can be provided to you as soon as possible to assist in your recovery and return to the workplace. Northern Transportables is committed to the core value of the health and safety of our team, and this will not be compromised in favour of productivity or other business demands. We believe all accidents and incidents are preventable, so we do everything safely and responsibly, or not at all.